Real quick before I get into today's video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my friends over at Auto Fashion USA, Fred, Kevin, and Elroy. Ordered some plate frames for my cars. Hand sign your feelings and also make our industry great again. If you want to order this is a really cool plate frame. I think they're limited release. AutoFashionUSA.com. Check it out. I'm putting this on the Mercedes and that car and probably the Lexus. So huge shout again. Thanks for sending these over. And yeah, you want to support a great small business. Somebody's been doing it for well over a decade. These guys right here, these guys are my San Diego family. So thanks again. And let's get into the episode. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the M2 Motoring YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today I'm going to be working on an air ride setup, or starting to work on an air ride setup for a car. No, not my Mustang, and no, not the SLK. It's actually a customer's car. His name's David, really cool guy. He has a Hyundai Genesis Coupe that he wants me to do the air setup. And now that SEMA is over, and as you've seen in a previous video, I finished one of the other installs, which was Alice's FRS. I'm gonna be working on his car next. So that'll be fun, but long story short is it's his only car, so the car can't be down that long. So what I'm doing for him as a courtesy is to not take the car in, but take what I need from the car and start building the management setup, get that all done, prep the struts, get everything ready, so when the car comes in, there's not too many steps left in the process, which saves time, which he's not down a car as long. So I'm looking forward to getting this done for him. And it's a Genesis Coupe, so I do have, familiarity with it. So that'll be fun. And before I jump right into it, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're still doing the 1,000 subscriber merch giveaway. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers and you follow along on our social media channels on Instagram and Facebook. Links are in the description below. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away some merch to some of you lucky people. Thank you again for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate it. So yeah, let's get going. I'm also sure if you follow the channel, the garage was a huge mess prior and during SEMA and afterwards, but now I've got area cleared up, so I'm not tiptoeing and side stepping through the garage just to get around. All the wheels and tires that I have are over here. That should be all going away soon, and miscellaneous parts. The new project is sitting in the back corner. That's all intentional because I'm not touching it while we collect parts. So yeah, the game plan is to get rid of all this and be able to park this forward more so the Lexus comes back inside. But all this stuff's for sale. Everything's got to go. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and move the SLK out so I have some room to start working and start mapping and planning out this trunk setup. So I have the carpet flipped upside down. There's a piece of MDF there that's a little bit more narrow. Gives me a little bit more flexibility when I'm pulling the setup in or out of the car. Have everything just kind of loosely sitting here, just to get an idea. This is, if you will, going this way. This is towards the front of the car, that's towards the rear. So ideally, this is how it's going to look, is the compressors will be back here, both of them. There's the tank. The ports are facing this way. They're there, but I could flip the tank around. And then I'm debating whether to put the manifold back there or in front here where you can see it with the Airlift logo showing. Probably having the manifold right here. That way David has a little bit of trunk space left to put his, gym bag or whatever it may be. Has a little bit of room left, so that'll be kind of cool. I believe on Huey's car it's the same thing, but I actually moved this further back. But from the measurements I took earlier of David's car, and from what I remember from Huey's car, where the tank sits right around here is a near perfect fit. It fits between the shock towers and everything real clean. It kind of just makes everything look like it belongs. So my next steps is to mount the carpet down to the board, make sure it's all squared and even, so when I put everything in, everything is even in the trunk. And once I get the board down, then I can start drilling the holes for the tank, drilling the holes for the tank, and then also the compressor. And then from there, I just flip everything over and mount everything down. So here is the front struts and the rear bag setup for the Genesis Coupe, along with lines, fittings, and so forth. I know I was supposed to be working on the trunk setup, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and, well, I actually did some mock-up work for the baseboard already. While I'm kind of figuring out how I want to set this up, take a quick break from that and go ahead and prep the struts and the bags and the fittings, so that's all ready to go. So I have some Teflon tape here that I'm going to use to put over the threads, and never be stingy about it, be generous with it to make sure there's no leaks. So I'm going to go ahead and prep all that now, get that done and out of the way, and once that's done, I'll go ahead and keep working on the trunk setup. As you saw in the time lapse, the lines and fittings are now all on. And got everything prepped for install. I wasn't starting mounting things down to the trunk for the management setup, but I did realize that there is a little bit of an issue where the trunk carpet doesn't seem symmetrical in the trunk, so I didn't want to mount anything down. Most cars, everything is pretty even, but I noticed when I flipped this over, the base plastic or whatever, it's off to one side, so I wasn't 100% sure. And the only way to be 100% sure before you mount the tank, manifold, compressors and everything down is to actually have it in the trunk. So the car's here now. So that's first on my task to get done. Next is to run all the power wiring and everything for the car. Like I've always said, I generally save the struts and the line running for the struts last, because once the car's in the air, it's stuck. So trying to avoid that as much as I can. But yeah, this is David's car. Originally, I believe it's like a silver or gunmetal color. It's wrapped with a metallic or pearlish black. Has a body kit, carbon hood, carbon trunk, and some work wheels. And it's obviously right now it's on coilovers, but that's gonna change very shortly.
A few inches later.
Just finished assembling the management setup, so everything's bolted down, all the holes are drilled. I apologize for all the pieces of wood, sawdust and all that from drilling. I'll clean it up later. But yeah, this is from looking from the back seat going to the rear. The two compressors, a tank, and the manifold. I flipped the plate on the manifold already for David, so he's good there. Yeah, this is how it's gonna look inside the trunk of the car. A nice clean setup. And from here, I should drop it back into the trunk, but before I do that, I do want to do all the run all the wiring that's going into the trunk. It'll make life a lot easier later, so gonna work on the main harness now.
A lot of boring math later.
Making really good progress on this car. The struts are in, everything's bolted up, minus the tops. They are just hand tight. I tighten it when it's back on the ground. The rear bag and bracket is in. This actually took me longer than the front, believe it or not. The front was actually really quick. A couple of bolts and whatnot kind of seized and all that. I have the electric impact, which helped, but you still got to be careful. While installing everything, all this dirt and pebbles and gravel just started falling out in every little area of the car. So I'm going to clean up and sweep underneath the car because I have to actually lay underneath it and run the lines and figure out how I'm going to run all the lines. So that's next, is to clean up a bit. I'm done with most of the tools, so I'm going to put all that away, put stuff away in the box for David, make sure everything is put away. So I'm going to do a nice reset and then keep going, get some lighting out because it is dark, getting dark in the garage. It's around 5 p.m. now, so it is getting dark. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going, chug along, and make sure this car is done tonight so I can leak test it overnight and make sure tomorrow the car is ready for David to pick up.
One pair of pants later.
This is obviously the next day. Finished it up last night and set the car up in the air to check for leaks. Left it parked overnight. Apologize on the car being dusty. The wind has been really bad here in Vegas. The Mustang's covered in dust. The SLK is disgusting. All the cars outside are just bad. So, but anyways, the front driver had a very, very, very slow leak. The front passenger lost maybe 5 to 10 psi. So that's almost a non-leak. So what I did was I already put the car up on jack stands and then took the wheels off to check for the leak. And pretty much, long story short, is when I'm assembling putting the fitting on the struts while it's on a workbench or on my tool cart, I can't get as much force or torque onto the fitting to tighten it more. So I did that on the front and it tightened up maybe another half a turn comfortably, and the other side maybe a quarter turn. So that should take care of it without any issues. The only issue we have right now is the front tire and wheel setup on David's car is too wide for the airlift strut. So it's actually touching. So there's a little bit of a rub on the bag itself. Nothing severe, it just real minor. When I took off the wheels, I saw that. So my next thing is I called David, let him know what's going on. And then he is bringing his stock wheels to swap out when he comes and picks up the car. But on that, we're good to go. Management system doesn't leak. His sub box is back there. The coilovers are back in the car. Just waiting for him to come over. But yeah, that pretty much concludes today's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate everybody watching and all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. But yeah, on to the next car. I don't know what I'm working on next. I think I do have some work to do. Obviously some work to finish up on the Mustang and also the Lexus. So that'll be coming up. But in terms of working on some other people's cars, I think I'm done for the moment, unless this car comes back for whatever reason. I don't see that happening. But thanks again so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. You guys take care.